Is
Who is Mr. Bill Clinton, you said?
Simpson, Bill
Oh,
Simpson.
I'm glad it's not Clinton. Yes, please. Thank you. Yes.
I am at the crossroads. My religion is Church of England. What can you say to me to convince me that your religion is the road for me to take?
My religion is?
Church of England.
No. How can I say what? My religion is what? What should I tell him? What is the last bit of the question?
What can you say to me to convince me that your religion is the road for me to take?
That question has been only partially answered already. The fact is that I believe that Islam, as we understand Islam, is a universal religion. And it can appeal to the human conscience everywhere in the world. While, as I believe Christianity to be understood today, it cannot be considered universal. That is the first point which you should settle with us. If I prove my case that Islam is universal in its appeal, while Christianity is not universal in its appeal, though to look at it appears to be a bitter contest between us, but I'll explain it is not bitter at all. Christianity, when it began, it differed with its religious view from the previously held views in Judaism. And also it differs even today with all the religious beliefs held elsewhere in the world, because no one believes in other religions that God gave birth to a son, and that son took the burden of all people's sins, provided they believe in him. Now, this view is not shared by most so-called divine religions. And the second, more difficult part is that when you invite them to Christianity, they will have to abandon their previously held views and their previously held religious leaders whom they hold in honor and reverence. For instance, a Hindu cannot join a Christianity unless he abandons Krishna and Rama and whoever he considers to be a man of reverence, or the so-called God of reverence. He will have to abandon all of them and then turn to Jesus. The same is true of Sikhs, the same is true of Buddhists and all other religious denominations. Now, this is the major difference between Islamic approach and Christian approach. Islam emphasizes the fact that God sent true prophets or messengers to all the people of the world, and at all times. As such, when a Hindu is approached by a Muslim, he will not have to abandon Krishna or Rama. He will only have to understand them in the within the framework of Islamic understanding, which will not sever his ties from his reverend leaders, but will give them a new meaning. That part I will explain further, and then perhaps you will understand. Krishna is understood to be a God incarnate by many Hindus, while Islam believes that Krishna was only a messenger of God. So as far as his ties of love and reverence with Krishna are concerned, they will not be severed when he accepts Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. They will only be given a new meaning, which is far more rational. And this goes for every religion. So in this way, I believe that Islam is the right faith for anyone who is in search of a universal religion. Now there I must clarify that I am not representing the Islam of so-called fundamentalists. They're fundamentally different from what I have said. They fundamentally differ from what I have said. What I have said, I am presenting a universal God in which the message has to be conveyed with very special care, with persuasion and love, not with the help of terrorism, not with the help of sword or any weapons. So as such, I believe there's this appeal of Ahmadiyya is universal in nature and is rational in nature, and as such, it should appeal to the conscience of every person in the world.